It's Thursday, so happy Satguruvar to everyone. Every moment is Satguruvar moment of the confluence age. Baba is with us every moment, right? So since yesterday, we are churning on this particular Murli, such a beautiful Murli that's talking about the course of realization. That is the basis of victory. So, as you all heard yesterday, Baba is talking about um, three types of children. One who are constant, the first group. The second group are not constant. Their flag of victory is not constant because their realization, their sparkle of happiness and intoxication fluctuates. The third group, Baba was saying that they have some knot of weakness that doesn't let it fly. So let's think about that. And then Baba said that the course of realization you have to do, every words you speak has to have the authority of experience. And that makes the difference between children. One more very beautiful thing Baba said is that you have to experience every relationship with Baba. And experiencing that relationship right at Amrit Vela is taking cooperation from Baba, and which is yoga. That is, I think, something I loved it and wanted to turn on, is that taking cooperation from Baba is a form of yoga, or that companionship that we will feel of Baba in every relationship is yoga. Constantly give us the power. So the essence is that remembering Baba, and whatever Baba is teaching us, saying how to become an embodiment of that, like faith, Baba said, right? So faith has to be that deep that Baba said, and there is clear understanding about it, and I become that. If I am body conscious, role conscious, I'm Anu conscious, then that is where we, fluctuate. I was talking about that, and today we will look at what Baba is saying to all the groups. Baba, of course, started with the Maharashtra group. So, you all who are in Mumbai, Maharashtra, any other place of Maharashtra, take that intoxication. So, Baba says that you will become victorious, right? Do not become any more warriors. If anybody will become warriors now, then what will happen? We'll go to the silver age. Baba doesn't want that. And now let's see what Baba is exactly talking about, giving direction to the first group, that is Maharashtra group. Yeah. So today we'll cover the second part of the Murli, that is Bap Dada meeting groups from the Maharashtra zone. And there are a few points, right? So first point that Baba emphasized is that the sound of happiness in the mind of someone whose intellect has total faith is, I have attained everything I needed today. So, do we have that kind of, or am I still going fluctuating up and down in situations? Because whenever I'll think I'm Anu, that is when I'll fluctuate, but we forget totally at that moment the presence of Baba, companionship of Baba. So let's see what Baba is saying. Do you consider yourself to be full of all treasures, which means to be completely prosperous? Just as the Father is constantly full, are you just as full of all treasures as the Father? So are you the one whose mind intellect has total faith that I have attained everything. So Baba is asking, so these are the treasures, the faith, the confidence, that intoxication. It's like the Father is constantly full. Are you just as full of all treasures as the Father? You should lack no treasure. Does the sound of having attained everything that has to be attained emerge in your heart with great happiness? Sound through the lips cannot be constant, but the sound in the heart is always eternal. So, does this sound of having attained everything emerge in your heart? So, it's about that feeling is our guidance compass, right? So, that gives us that stability no matter how much upheaval we are seeing outside. So, do you feel it in the heart? That sound of having attained everything? Does it emerge in your heart? Does it emerge deep within your heart? Or do you feel that you have yet to attain something, or that you are still attaining something? Has the faith in your intellect become totally unshakable? To become a child means to become one with all rights. You should never have any doubt about yourself as to whether you will become perfect or not, whether you will become part of the Sun dynasty or the Moon dynasty. These are even deeper aspects, but first, I'm Baba's child, God's child. Whatever is happening has a reason, a purpose. It's according to the drama. Do I remember that? But no harm to me. I have everything. Baba is with me. That is the blessing of the confluence age. So, um, you know, so that's where the question comes, that check, that do you feel that um, you have become perfect or not, or you have attained everything, or you still have to attain some. From where? From whom? What is that I'm still seeking to attain? So Baba says that also, do you believe that that you become you'll become a part of the Sun dynasty or Moon dynasty? Do you have a question? Always have total faith in your intellect. Just as you have faith in the Father, so too have faith in yourself. By having thoughts of weakness about yourself, you develop some scars of weakness. Think you're God's child, so there is no question of any thought of weakness. Once someone becomes weak and unable to regain his health in a short time, the germs of that weakness become very strong. Similarly, you should not allow the germs of the weakness of waste thoughts to enter you. Once you do, it is very difficult to finish them off. Baba gives a very powerful method. What is that? Even last Sunday's Abhyakta Murli Baba talked about this. Full stop. Because if I'll give power to waste thought, I will lose my mind power. Power. Baba says, whatever scenes of the drama you see, whether they are scenes of fluctuation or scenes of total stability, have faith in both types of. Even in scenes of fluctuation, you should experience benefit. Your intellect should have faith to this extent. Even if the atmosphere is one that makes you fluctuate, or the problems that confront you are very intense, let your intellect still have full faith. This is what it means to be victorious. There's no fluctuation. Nothing can harm me, us, right? We have that faith in the conferences, no matter what is happening, even if it is a fluctuating scene or really negative scene, that is for my benefit. That is taking burden out of my soul, burden of a wrong action of the past. Need to settle that. Baba says, even if the atmosphere is one that makes you fluctuate, or the problems that confront you are very intense, let your intellect still have full faith that this is what it means to be victorious, that you can move through that storm very unshakable as God's child. Then, on the basis of your faith, even a very heated problem will become very. Then, on the basis of your faith, even a very heated problem will become very cool. That's how we bring power. Faith of what? Companionship of Baba. Faith of in yourself too, Baba said. That this is confluence age. I'm God's child. I'm the Brahmin child. And it has to come. I'll pass through this situation. So then Baba says a very heated problem will even become very cool. Even though there are different languages, all of you are still following the one direction. You all belong to the one Father. You all have the same faith in one, and you all have the same destiny. One Baba and one destination, that highest percentage of the soul. It is just for the sake of service that you all live in different places. If all of you were to sit in the same place, how would the service that is needed everywhere else take place? Whole world service has to take, right? The transformation has to take place in every part of the whole world, in animals, birds, nature, as well as souls. And Baba's children are everywhere, right? Spread. We have to find them. We have to become one of them. We have to serve with Baba for making reach Baba's light, a call of awakening to all. When service is completed, all of you will come to Madhuban. Will be able to come those who have destroyed all their attachment and those whose lines of the intellect are clear. At that time, you will not be called by the telephone or telegram. If the line of your intellect is clear, the call will reach you. Baba was talking about at the right time, being in Madhuban. It's like at the right time, being in the right place. That needs a clear intellect, and you will sense it. Nobody will call you and tell you come now. And even if it is not in the emerged form, you may feel I need to go now. You can do that. All who have finished their attachment. Other says, the conditions all around will be such that only the train that you are to take will run. There will be no more trains after that. If the line of your intellect is clear, you'll receive all the facilities that you will need. Otherwise, you will become stuck somewhere or other. If my yoga is very strong, connected, and clear, there will be no stuck. You will not be stuck anywhere, right? We'll always see the right um, uh, call, the direction, the right means, the facility. We'll catch that. So Baba says, that's why you need to have constant yoga over a long period of time. Yoga becomes our natural state, like natural emerged remembrance that I'm God's child and Baba is always with me. And I, the eternal soul, has all the power, all the virtues. I'm playing a part here. I'll not be caught in my role. When I'm stuck in my role, I'll be stuck here or there. Because intellect will be stuck, right? Not clean. Baba says yoga is your armor, and only those who wear their armor all the time can remain constant. To wear the armor to go to a war. And we are in constant war with Maya, right? Baba says your armor of remembrance is your safety dress. Hmm? You mothers are intense effort makers, are you not? Now, don't just go and sit at home. Now, create groups and spread yourselves in all directions for service. Like this particular group, right? Create groups, uplift yourself and others. Baba says open centers. Next year, we shall see how many centers you opened. Give everyone the message before the problems come, and everyone will sing your praise a lot. Now, continue to open service centers and adopt some means of giving. Now, continue to open service centers and adopt some means to giving the message. Number 2 point, it's all Maharashtra group, huh? They have got really extra this time. So, number 2, only those with the knowledge of the drama can stop questioning why and what and become conquerors of the elements and conquerors of Maya. No matter what's happening in the nature, elements or body, illness, they will conquer. And Maya, any other situation. Every situation is a Maya's weapon, right? So Baba is asking, have all of you become conquerors of the elements, that is, conquerors of Maya? These 5 elements should not attract you, nor should the 5 vices wage war on you. Have you passed both the papers of defeating the elements and Maya? If you were to be given a test paper on defeating the elements, have you imbibed enough power to pass that test? You would not fluctuate, would you? To fluctuate even slightly means to fail. If you ask, what is this? Or why did this happen? What would the result be if any of the problems of the elements were to attack you, even slightly, you would fail, right? So think about that. If any of the problems of the elements were to attack you, even slightly, you would fail. If I am shaken in this situation, I'm failing. That's where Baba says for long period of time, unshakable, no matter what's happening, there's a clarity of understanding and you don't shake. There's no going into why and what. Otherwise, you would fail. No matter what happens, the sound that emerges from within should be, wow, sweet drama. Have you made the knowledge of the drama so firm within yourself? Or is it that when something good happens, you say it is the drama, but when there is some upheaval, you cry out in distress? Are you so strong that you would not even think of asking what happened? As you progress further, such problems caused by the elements will occur and natural calamities will increase day by day. So let your stage be such that there will be no upheaval even in your thoughts. Have you become so unshakable and immovable? If you haven't practiced defeating Maya and the elements over a long period of time, what would the result? The paper that comes will be of 1 second. If you are engaged in making preparations at that time, the result will be announced. 1 second is nothing, just one tick. And that there is no at all question, Baba says in Hindi, Sanshay, right? No doubt, no matter what. And that we have to practice for a long period of time. Otherwise, Baba says 1 second, just if you then organize yourself, prepare to face it, the result will be out. You need to practice this in order to be able to pass within a second. At that time, if you are still thinking that you should have yoga or that you should sit in remembrance, the second will have passed. um, and will have passed by, and you will have left your body while still battling. So think of that scene, because that last scene of while leaving body, what is that I should? Do I prepare to remember Baba? Do I ask myself that, oh, let me remember Baba? That is battling. So Baba is saying you will leave your body whilst still battling. What would be the result if you leave your body whilst battling in this effort making life? You would become part of the moon dynasty. Therefore, all of you should constantly aim to become part of the rosary of 100, 108. If your aim is elevated, what is our aim? To become a part of the rosary of 108. If your aim is elevated, you automatically develop the necessary qualifications to attain it. Never aim to become part of the 16,000. Make effort in aiming to become number one. So do all of you Shaktis remain constantly stable in the two forms? That is the fully adorned form that holds all weapons and the destroyer. You are not those who sometimes cry, are you? You can all check. You remain constantly cheerful. You must not cry even in your mind. When you become even slightly defeated by Maya, you start to cry in your mind. Mothers should constantly dance in happiness, because from being those in whom there was no hope, you have become those in whom there is hope. The Father has made you the crown on his head. And so let there be so much happiness. Even the Pandavas become happy on seeing the mothers, because the Shaktis are the shield for the Pandavas. When the shield is strong, you will not be attacked. This is why the Pandavas should be happy to keep the mothers in front of them. I put always the mothers in the front, Pandavas behind, right? Everybody has the heart to accurately use. If you yourselves remain at the front, Pandavas, then you will have to experience this. By keeping the Shaktis at the front, you Pandavas will also be praised. Put others ahead is to allow yourself to ahead. Really many, many points today. Put others ahead is to allow yourself to go ahead. Number 3 point, only those who know their own specialities become special souls. Bhakta is saying only those who know their own specialities become special souls. Just as children are constantly lost in the love of the Father, so the Father too is constantly absorbed in serving you children. You children have no one but the Father, and the Father has no one but you children. Companionship, right? Just as you sing the Father's praise, so the Father too sings the praise of every child. Every day, he brings the specialities and virtues of every child in front of him, because all those who have become the children of the Father are special souls. So the Father also sings about the specialities of you children, just as a jeweler knows the value of every jewel. Similarly, the Father knows the greatness of every child. Each jewel is more elevated than the next. So, do you continue to move along whilst considering yourself to be that elevated? You are not ordinary. Shining diamond. You're not ordinary. Even the last bead is not ordinary. Even the last numbered bead has the speciality recognizing the Father. You are not last, but those who are going to come first. None of the numbers are fixed as yet. All the seeds are empty. The while the whistle has not yet been blown. As soon as the whistle is blown, you will take your seat. Even those who have come last can go fast and take first number. Apart from the seats of the mother and father, all the seats are still empty. Your fortune is now in your own hands. The Father, the bestower of fortune, has placed your fortune in your hands, and you can make of it whatever you want. The time of the conference age is blessed with this blessing. You can claim as much as you want of whatever you want to whatever extent you want. So, are you making the most of such a golden chance? No matter how much expansion there is of service, your stage has to remain stable in the essence. You were to be given a direction to become a master seed in a second, you should become that. Not take you any time. It is a game of a second. Don't forget everything and flow in the expansion of service. You make your fortune for the whole cycle in the game of a second. Create as much fortune as you want. Master seed. The 4 point Bhavdada is bringing is the conference age is blessed at this time. Make yourself full of these blessings. Are all of you making yourselves full of the special blessings of the conference age? The conference age is called the blessed age. It is at the conference age that the impossible becomes possible. Conference age is the age of total transformation. This age are the heroes and heroines who play elevated. Do you always have this much intoxication? It's only at the conference age that you receive the blessing of being constantly full. From the copper age onwards, you sometimes receive a blessing for a temporary period, whereas a blessing at the conference age is for all time. Because we wake up to our eternal truth. Another 3 minutes, maybe, to complete all the beautiful points. Baba says, if even now it is only for some time, then when would it be for all time? At the conference age, your name is shifted as your name is combined. So always remain combined, and you will also become a conqueror of Maya. At present, you are combined in the form of Shiv Shakti, and your future aim is of Vishnu, combined form of Lakshmi and Narayan. So you are combined in a double form. You Pandavas always stay in remembrance, do you not? The praise of the Pandavas and the Shaktis continues even now. What would be the practical form of those whose praise continues even now? Always an elevated form. Why do you come down? Think about it. 5,000 years ago, what was practically you were, what you were in Copper Age, continues even now. So, what would it be when it was real practice? When someone receives an elevated seat, does he leave it? Nowadays, just look, no one even renounces a seat of thorns. Bapdata is giving you a seat of a stage that gives constant happiness. He seats you in a position. So why do you come down? Those people think of themselves so much because of their fear. They know that it only brings sorrow, but in spite of that, they do not renounce it. So you must never leave your chair. Often it is remain constantly set on your angelic seat, and you will constantly continue to swing in the swing of super sensuous. Receive an inheritance so easily from the Father. What more do you need? Why do you let go of the imperishable inheritance? You simply have to remember one easy thing. I belong to the Father and the Father belongs to me. Everything is merged in this one thing. This is the seed. It is easy to hold the seed, is it not? It is a little difficult to hold the expansion of the tree. So simply remember one thing. Now become one who is free from forgetting. You became those who forget during the copper and iron ages, and you are now becoming those who never forget, especially from those who never forget this land of blessings. Please take with you when you go the blessing of being an embodiment of remembrance. For me, leave forgetfulness here before you. Sanskara forgetting has now finished. Whenever any situation arises, remember this word. Where has the Father come from to meet you, children? If the children have to come, the Father too has to come. You come from this corporeal world, whereas the Father comes from beyond this world. The Father's love is always with the children. The Father remembers only the children constantly. Does the Father have anything else to do? All he has to do is remember the children. Whether you know it or not, the Father remembers you. Just as the Father's duty is to remember the children, children's duty is to remember the Father. Remain constantly merged in love. The way to have constantly safety, stay in the bhakti of remembrance. Number 5 point, we go through. According to the drama, seeing the scenes of sorrow and peacelessness of the iron aged world, you will continue to have unlimited disinterest. No matter what happens, let there always be the ascending stage of for you. For the world, there are cries of distress, whereas for you, there are cries of victory. You know that there is going to be great distress in this world. When there is distress, it means it is time to do not be afraid of any situation. Preparations are being made for you. See all types of games as a detached observer. Someone may be crying, someone may be calling out, but there is pleasure in watching as a detached observer. Even the question, what will happen, cannot arise. It has to happen. It is certain to this extent, is it not? You have seen this upheaval countless times and are seeing it now. No matter what is happening in the world, those who stay in the bhakti of remembrance will always be safe. Do all of you always remain stable in your double light stage like angels? Do you experience the praise of angels to be your praise? While living in your old body, be detached from the consciousness of the body. This is known as an angelic life. Because you are always light in this angelic life, you will remain in an elevated stage because anything light never comes down. If you come into the stage of being down below, there will definitely be a burden. An angel means to be free from bondage, with no other relationship, not even with the body. You simply take its support for the sake of carrying out the task and then go beyond. Anything light always rise up. Om Shanti. Thank you. We'll take 1 minute silence and just going heart and intellect, what is that we call, and we can just. Okay. Uh, would you like to share what is that stayed with you? There's really many powerful points. Yeah, somebody can speak. I know Girija has put in the chat. The Swaman, I'm child of the highest and high Father with all rights. Unshakable faith, that no doubt, faith in fluctuation and instability, faith in just one. No knots or germs of weakness, of waste thoughts. This sound of total faith, feeling abundant, feeling full, nothing lacking, emerges from our heart. Beautiful,
Om Shanti, sister.
brother here.
So, yeah, very nicely. So many points Baba is given. So I like this. Baba said about the armor. Yoga is your armor, your safety dress. So we need to constantly have Baba's remembrance. So that's what will become our safety dress or armor. And this practice has to be done for a long period of time. Only then we'll be able to, remember Baba at the time of need. And Baba also mentioned about the last moment. So everybody will have, everyone will have to go through the last stages, and then those whose line of intellect is clear, and so they will be able to catch the last train.
Beautiful. Yeah. Armor or kavach, the safety armor, right? Is that emerged form of Baba's yad, and your intellect can catch the direction in the
Right,
last minute.
and so who can remain constantly connected with Baba is those who practice that remembrance for a long time. So that's one method to make our intellect clear. So not to remember anything that is in this world, forgetting everything, right? Live in this world, but not remembering or keeping anything of this world, right? Just living, but don't experiencing anything in this world. Om Shanti. Thank you.
Brother, Om Shanti. Anyone else who'd like to share? You can share your points that you caught, and it will stay with you whole day. Radhamani says, victorious means full faith in the intellect. Again, Sister Girija says, I am all kinds of victory, Karmendriyaji, Mayaji, Prakritiji, and the adorned and destroyed Shakti. Shakti, I, Shakti, perform the Tandava dance with Shiva. Beautiful vision, see?
Anuben, just one point which comes to the mind. It's the same point which Bijit Bhai had said. In fact, when you read the Murli itself, that point just hit my head. Yoga and armor. You know, this, after telling us yesterday all the stages of the three people and then asking us to check, this group was so relevant. You know, Baba just gives us final tips. Like in an examination, when you go, no, you get these books, final tips to go before the examination hall. That tip, what I liked was only one train is going to come. Bell is ringing. No train after that. I have to put my yoga armor, and you know, this armor will not be ready
Yeah,
like that.
no, last.
That armor I have to stitch line by line from now. That is armor. I like that, that point of getting ready. And I found in the whole Murli, there were just 3 points: stage, essence, time, 1 second, take your seat. Oh.
Yeah. Powerful. Thank you. Thank you, Sister Girija. It's all about the stage. You saw the stage being prepared. So each one of us are preparing that stage. And the armor. Yeah, powerful. We have to stitch the armor little by little every day, every moment. Yeah, thank you, Girija sister. Anyone else would like to share their point? Yeah. I know today's is really powerful, Murli. Many points. And the essence is that in 1 second to remember who we are, lightness will come from there. Heaviness will come from being caught in my story, and that will bring me down. The burden will not be removed, burden sticks to it. I also loved it as Baba said, you belong to Baba, Baba belongs to you. When I'm not belonging to Baba, I'm interacting with others, it matters so much what others are saying, doing. And if I get negatively involved, I belong to them. So am I still belonging to the people around me with whom I have karmic accounts, or I belong to Baba? This is the time Baba says all relationships with him and everything, detached observer, right? Detached from everyone. And the last minute, last signal to go, you will get that, you'll catch that. And the 1 second exam, you'll pass with honors. Yeah.
Baba is not saying that going forward the situation will get better. Baba is saying that it's going to get more worse, right? So
Right.
The elements will start showing its various form, and there's going to be many upheavals and many fluctuations. So all that is going to come to its full-fledged form. But Baba says when we can practice being in this or wear this dress of armor, then we should be able to pass. We will remain safe. So that's the safety dress that which Baba is giving. So the challenge here would be to remain in that stage all the time, because constant, Baba says always constant. Baba doesn't like the word sometimes, constant. So, sister, what is the practice that one must do? Yeah, we know that we have to practice remembering Baba. And yesterday's Murli also Baba said the only way to purify ourselves is to remember Baba. And yesterday's Sakar Murli. Right? So all the Murlis are about remembrance. And there are no Murlis where Baba doesn't say that we should not remember. Everywhere there is a line of remembrance. But still, every day we are hearing at least one or two Murlis. But yet, we find it difficult to fill that gap that which Baba wants from us and where we are standing today.
Actually, you're right. So challenge becomes that because we get caught up in the action, the situation of my role, and that is quite every day it will happen. But I think that is exactly what Baba is saying, that for a long period of time, that awareness has to stay merged, that you won't forget that I'm playing a part and this is my part that is happening around me. It has to happen, it is for the benefit, and I have to respond as a soul, bringing my that highest elevated qualities, being Baba's child. And for that yoga is important, but that is exactly what it doesn't stay constant, and that is the practice of making it constant, that I come down, play a part, but I am the soul. You are seeing yourself up there. You are watching your role play from up there. Maybe that practice in meditation and connecting with Baba more and more, even for 1 minute or 5 minutes, total 100%. You feel merged in that light of Baba gives you power, current of power, and that will make it increased more and more. So for a long period of time, in the emerged awareness that I'm a soul, I see myself up there. Actually, it should become opposite, that you are there and you are seeing yourself on the earth in your, karma bhumi, wherever you are interacting with. And then your guidance will be that highest you. So I think we have to really check, am I seeing me as Anu? And then I'm seeing up and saying, oh, I'm a soul, or I'm seeing myself as soul up there. I belong there. My home is there with Baba. That is my stage. That is my reality, truth. And I'm seeing down and saying, oh, Anu has to go. Anu has to face this, or she's in the middle of this. And let me. Then the clarity will be very visible from up there. That, oh, Anu is doing wrong. I shouldn't get carried away with this feeling of whatever negative jealousy, insult, or no matter what. And that will continue until the end. And Baba says that will happen because that's your test papers, and that is urging you to prepare yourself. So constant is a practice. So that at the last second, we are there. So that's how I think, brother.
Sister, just to add in what you said, I again go back to that kavach only. Because if you see, even in astrology or any other science, they tell you wear a ruby diamond in your ring, wear a rudraksha on your neck, or there are so many kind of kavach is what it is, just a kind of protection to protect you from all the negativities out of. I'm talking about the kavach which is provided by so many of these saints and gurus and all. But your kavach, if you just see, as the brother had asked, it's every day. It's not something which I can just do by wearing a ring or something. It's everyday thing which wears up. And I take kavach as an armor for my upper part of the body. I always, used to take. So even when you sit in Amrit Vela, when you take that Prakash thing from Shiv Baba, we adorn us, we cover ourselves with that kavach. I feel that much is that, and the rest leave it to Baba. We are holding his hand. It's up to him to see whether our kavach is working or not. I don't know. It was just my honest opinion. I had a logistic question for you if you have time to answer. See, Baba always mentions about train and all. So once I had asked Baba, oh, you were in 1936, 1940, maybe that time flights were not in common. So does that mean you should not use the word flight? For which in one Murli came, there will be no flights. So even when Baba speaks about the people, the children staying abroad, he says you'll get a call, you'll take the last flight and you'll come to Madhuban. That really struck me. Like, what was that? If you remember that, because when Baba speaks of train, I suddenly remembered that there'll be no flight, especially as if it was for the double foreigner children, he said. No flight, nothing, no moving. So we'll go back to square one. When Baba spoke about train, I was just thinking, so Baba, that means to reach Madhuban, I have to also see the trains. I'm just giving you the logistic part, nothing to do with it's suppose you can throw some light on it. Om Shanti.
Yeah, I remember that, Murli. But today Baba mentioned train. Baba is talking about reaching to Madhuban. You're right. And that won't be possible at some point. But you will feel that call and you will, go at the right time and be at the right time in Madhuban. If your intellect is clean, Baba says that would be your wireless, right? So it is not only for abroad. It's not really the stage or anything. It is some souls still can be abroad, but they will be in that highest stage connected with Baba. Still, there will be roles, I would say, at the last minute, wherever will be. You're doing service, staying in your own stage, holding that stage, right, wherever you are. But still, it doesn't mean that you have to be in Madhuban at the last second to pass with honors or anything. But Baba says, according to roles, but yeah, could be that you want to be there, but Baba, the emphasis is that you won't even know what is coming. The last second is coming if your intellect is not clean. And that is all connected with the same thing, the long time of yoga, the stage, the armor. If you care and if you have prepared yourself, you'll not miss that is coming. You'll always catch, know what is coming. Sit and be prepared. Yeah, but I know time is running fast. We can churn further. I know, Girija, you have put nicely stages, essence, time of 1 second. Take your seat. Train is moving. Yeah, no matter what's happening, moving. Flight is falling. Your stage is stable. Then Radhamani, yes, as brother says that the speciality of conference age is it is blessed age. In this impossible become possible. It's the age of total transformation. In this age, we are acting elevated role as hero and heroine. In this age, we are all Shiv Shaktis. We become conqueror of Maya in this age only. So this is the only age where we'll fight and or the battle with Maya we will conquer, right? Mahabharata at the end, the Pandavas conquered. That is only going to happen in this age. So there is so much essence. We should only be full with that, nothing else. If we are always churning that, as Baba says, that awareness becomes emerged, will definitely pass. Don't forget our aim, right? Highest aim. So thank you, everyone. I think I'll just take a few minutes to give just few words from the Murli. I know everybody really have extensively churned and taken the points, but let's take just 2 minutes to tap onto the silence. Feel the shine of your light, nothing else, but just the light. Everything else, the expansion, the story, the name, the things, the people who belong to me or I belong to whom in physical world, I just put aside all that I feel is the warmth of my light. I am combined with the source, the powerhouse, the supreme soul, the ocean of purity, power, love. And as I'm connected with that source up above, I, the light, fly up as all the burdens of the story, of any desires, wants, any sorrow, shed away from me. I let them go. I become the angel who is detached from the role, from this world. I become the child who has all rights and all the upheaval that may be happening around me. I simply watch them all as a detached observer. I understand they have to happen. Let them happen. Because that is the means the total transformation to take place, for this world to change, for me, the soul, to become the most elevated. I am at this moment merged in my true, highest elevated form, angel, the soul, all that I shine and spread is light, is power, is that healing and love of the Supreme Soul. I am combined with the Supreme Soul, who is my beloved Father. That is my constant armor that makes me stable in my highest elevated stage. And I, sitting in this physical body, become the powerhouse for all the souls who are distressed around me. I remember in my immersed awareness, I'm the child of God with all relationships, with that one ever pure, powerful soul. And I am the adorned deity soul, adorned with all my original virtues. I have the right to pass, to become the conqueror of Maya. Every second I am awake and aware, and I pass with honors, holding Baba's hand and keep shining. Om Shanti. Thank you, everyone. See you again later.
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Anuben. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 am. Till time, that time, have a blissful day.